Hey, what's up? My name's Alex, and if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how to win with Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor-GX. Now, of course, this card is rotating very soon, so your opportunity and your window to play with this deck is kind of abridged. However, it is still a lot of fun to play with while it's still here. If you look below me, you'll see that it says record 5-2-0. Now, this should say record winner of tournament. However, because of something called intentional drawing, which is where, like at a tournament, the players at the high tables who have enough points to advance to the finals will intentionally draw their opponents, right? They'll like agree on it. They'll be like, yeah, we have enough points. If we intentionally draw here, then we have a guaranteed spot in top cut. And they shake on it and they're like, yeah, we got our top cut. In a tournament where the top 8 advanced, I ended up being 9th. Promise you, if I made it to the top cut, would have won it. But anyway, thought I'd profile this deck. This is a 1-for-1 copy of a list that did really well in a bigger tournament a couple of days ago. Basically, it revolves around this Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor-GX attack, Super Growth, which lets you search your deck for a grass evolution chain, which we of course use to get out our Rillabooms, which can accelerate 2 energy from your deck at any time, and we use that ability, which we hopefully get up by turn 2 by using a turn 1 Super Growth to power up either Dhelmise VMAX, Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor-GX, or other stuff like Zarude V or Cramorant V. So I guess we'll start first with Alolan Exeggutor, or RowEggs, as people call them, or as people call it.
How do you do, fellow kids?
It has a second attack called Calming Hurricane that does 150 and heals 30 for 2 grass and 1 colorless. It also has a GX attack that does 200, and if you have 6 energy on it, it shuffles your opponent's energy back in the deck, which ended up saving me in one of my games that it looked like I was going to lose. I'll show you guys that game in this video. So stay tuned for it. But yeah, really strong GX attack, especially with the acceleration from Rillaboom. We also have Dhelmise VMAX, which does 240 stab, and Swinging Chain does 30 for each grass energy attached to it, and it can attack any Pokemon on the field, so you can snipe if you'd like, right? And that's really strong. That came in handy in a couple of games. Zarude V has the Jungle Rising attack, which I was kind of, towards the end of the tournament, I was kind of getting the hang of using a little bit better. This is kind of your late game trump card, right? If your opponent has hit into a Dhelmise VMAX or it's hit into an Alolan Exeggutor-GX, you use this Jungle Rising attack where you can attach 2 basic energy from your hand to any of your benched Pokemon, and you heal all damage from it, right? So you effectively negate like a huge G-Max attack or something like that, or like ping damage that's been building up. And yeah, that's really strong as a finishing attack. We also have Cramorant, which I might consider cutting out of this deck. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. A lot of decks are playing Mew right now to, of course, combat Urshifu, so it's not that strong. Beak Catch is a good attack, but I think I might cut this for more consistent cards. Those are our attackers. We also play 1 Dedenne and 1 Crobat for consistency, 1 Marshadow to get rid of those pesky chaotic swells. And then, of course, we have this Tag Call engine, which is really skill intensive to play correctly. It's one of the most complex engines in the game right now. We of course use Tag Call to search out Mallow, Lana, Guzma, Hala, and Cynthia and Caitlin, which all come in useful in various circumstances. We have 3 Boss's Orders, 3 Marnie. And we have a turn 1 Tag Call play. We can go Tag Call for Eggrow, Tag Call for Guzma, Hala. Guzma Hala can get us an Air Balloon, it can get us a Capture Energy, and can get us a Stadium. You can attach your Capture Energy to the RowEgg, and you can attach the Air Balloon to the active. The Capture Energy can go get a Grookey, and you can retreat the active into this and get your turn 1 Super Growth into Rillaboom super consistently. We play 2 Big Charm, 2 Air Balloon, 2 Capture Energy, which are all searchable via Guzma Hala, as well as 1 Turffield and 3 Path to the Peak. Path to the Peak is effective against a lot of decks. So that's the deck. It really is a difficult deck to play because there are so many options that you can use with it, but it can be really strong if it sets up and if it does what it's supposed to do. And so I'll show you some of the games that I played in this tournament, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to play this deck. But yeah, let's get into some games. Going into a game here against this guy who has what looks like a bad deck, but I might get clapped now that I've said that, so I don't know. We always go second with Eggrow. He's got some really convoluted Pikarom deck that looks like a pre-Chilling Rain Pikarom deck. It doesn't have any Marshadow. It just has 2 Chaotic Swell, and it doesn't play away around. I think we start Cramorant here because Beak Catch is a good alternative to also 1 Retreat, lets you get off the Tag Call play for the turn 1 Rillaboom. But yeah, he looks, so he's got, why aren't I 3-0? Because, Nolan, I kind of was trash in the last game. It wasn't actually that I was trash. It was just a bad game, right? It was like it was just a bad matchup. It was Ice Rider, and Ice Rider matchups really well into or Aggro, which is what I'm playing. So he's got 3 Boltund, 2 Pikarom, 2 Mewtwo, or 2 Mew 3. He's got Hoopa, Eldegoss, Raichu. He's got Hammers in his deck, which isn't very good against us. He has 2 Reset Stamp, which we should probably watch out for. But all in all, this looks like... This is kind of like bad, I feel like, in this current meta. Because like a Shadow Rider just looks like it obliterates this. Bro, you got like 3 Ice Rider videos. You should know how to beat it. I know I should know how to beat it. It's just too good, Nolan. It's just too good of a deck to be able to consistently beat. It just has too good of a matchup spread. I'm not a god. I'm close to a god, but... Alright, so there's the Tag Call. So, Tag Call. We'll get Aggro, and no Guzma Hala. That's freaking stupid. Okay, so we need to find a Grookey or a Quick Ball off of this thing. I'm not going to pull up the 80 first, bro. I'm literally busy. So we want to hold on to that. I think when we're looking for something to throw away with. Synthia. That's crazy. We really play 2 Guzma Hala, and they're both prized. I think we might draw extra with Crobat, so we go... Like, we plan on drawing extra with Crobat, we go there. That's horrible. That's actually so bad. So we go... Alright, goodbye, Nolan. So we have to attach. We can get rid of 3 cards in our hand, which would put us down to 4, which would give us +2 draw off the Crobat. So we go Switch. I think we probably go Air Balloon here. Attach, which actually gives us 1 less out for finding the Grookey because we can't. That's actually so terrible. I hate this game. So even though my opponent's deck is kind of trash and doesn't deserve to be winning, because we had the Guzma Hala prize, he'll be able to take tempo. He'll be able to get an Electrify with no threat of Calming Hurricane into this Boltund, which is bad, but, you know, whatever. Let's see if we can pull it back. So, Beak Catch will probably be important in this matchup. He's got 2 Mew in his deck, which probably just gives him like a good matchup against Urshifu, Crobat. So, like, all of the stuff we could have gotten this turn, right? We could have gotten a Marshadow to bump the Swell. We could have gotten a Path to the Peak to follow it up with. Crushing Hammer is probably going to hit heads, just because that's the kind of game this has been going like. So I think maybe we try and Boss Stall next turn if we don't draw into something good. He goes Switch into this. He's probably just thinning his hand out, it looks like, because he'll just be retreating this. Cherish Ball will go for nothing. Research. So that means he's holding open. There goes 1 Mew, which is kind of good. That gives us the opportunity maybe in the future to go Swinging Chain. If we knock out this guy. Electrify. So we just have to get a Super Growth and a Dhelmise V, and I think we're in a fine spot. There's half of that. So we're going to go drop that. Maybe we go Mallow Lana into this and Beak Catch. That seems okay, but that will be like a guaranteed knockout for the Cramorant. So we go Beak Catch, we grab a Grookey. This is so bad. Grab a Grookey and maybe Research for next turn. Right, so we go they hit into us with Bolt Storm. They're bench locked, which means they can't pop the Coco, which means they're doing 160. And if they go Bolt Storm instead of Electrify, then they're not building up more energy on their board, which is good for us. I think this is fine. I think we have enough time for this to work, because if they're going Bolt Storm into this, then they're not OHKOing the Rowlet or the Rowleg next turn. They do have Tag Bolt open to them, right? Tag Bolt could be a problem. We have our full Rillaboom line in there. We'll go ahead and drop that. We have one more boss left. And of course, we don't have any research. That seems about right. So Marnie, they have a pretty thick hand. That seems good. We could also go Dedenne change, which would give us the option to still boss next turn, which seems kind of okay. But then that also gives them a target for the Pikarom, so I don't like that as much, right? That means that they could go Tag Bolt. Hey, what's up, Charismatic Canine? What's good? We're playing in a tournament. Getting absolutely clapped by this trash-ass deck, but whatever. So we'll get the Super Growth off next turn. Evolve this. This is just so bad. This is just so tremendously bad. I think there are 7 rounds of Swiss. I don't know how likely it is that we can make top cut if we go 5 and 2. Well, only a month before rotation, so hopefully that'll spice things up a bit. He went full blitz. Okay, alright, yeah, true. Full blitz. He's out of energies, so he actually won't be able to Tag Bolt. He did get stuff off the prizes, but now he has this in the active. 270 is out of range for max anchor, which is bad. So we go, that Tag Call would grab another Rowleg. I don't know, I think we probably go, he's down 1 switch, 2 switch. This is Dhelmise, except it's looking like Trash Max right now. So we go, I think we thin this. We hold on to, we could grab the Mallow for next turn, right? If he goes full blitz, we'd have retreat into this thing, which seems okay. I think we'll grab it just in case. We're Marnieing either way next turn, right? So our failsafe is that if we go boss this turn, right, the Marnie doesn't actually discard the Mallow. It's just another kind of thinning, which is good. So we go boss here. He's got a big enough hand that I don't expect this to deter him enough. But, you know, we'll see. It could help. I don't think there's anything that we could have drawn off the Marnie that would have put us into a better board state, so I think this is okay. So he's got this. He needs a switch. He's down 2 switch, at least, which might make it difficult. Pikarom, of course, has that 3 energy retreat cost. I do have the gold boom. It is just one of them, though. I think this was one that I opened in a trade lock pack. Tag switch. Oh, tag switch will do it. But that, again, reduces his ability to go Tag Bolt, which is also good. That means we can go Mallow, throw away these 2, but boss. Uh-oh. That's bad. That's terrible. Okay, so he's down to 3 prize cards, which means our prize routing doesn't work as well anymore. Capture Energy. Yeah, this is bad. That is a correct assessment. So we go Capture Energy, Grookey. We still do have the whole Rillaboom line in the deck. So we go Capture Energy, Grookey. He goes hits into us with Full Blitz. This one doesn't have a Big Charm, so we could go Max Anchor. I don't know. This is just terrible. I don't think we really have a chance if we do anything else. We do have maybe Spit Shot available to us if we can figure out a way to get out of that. get that Mew out of here. But this is just really bad. So we go Super Growth. If he can't do Boss again this turn, but now we're scared of the Boltund because we haven't like taken any return knockouts. Dhelmise gets an Oko. Yeah. So like this one, if this one was in the active, that would have been bad. There's a Hammer. That doesn't matter anymore now that we have the Rillaboom. If he has attachment, if he has a switch maybe, that would be good. This thing's doing 250 right now, which is scary. That's what we're scared of, I think, the most. Quick Ball is going to go for something that I think doesn't really matter that much, probably, because he's bench locked. It could get Coco, it could get Pikarom. He's going to thin out a Boltund. I hope he goes Full Blitz. If he goes Full Blitz, we go Mallow, discard these two. Research is going to throw away this stuff. Let me check his list. He plays 4 Switch, so it's likely that he gets it. He is down to 9 cards in his deck, and if he went 7 deep, right, that would have been, there's the switch into that thing, which doesn't take the knockout. We can go Mallow, bring us down to 130. 130 is not in range of the Full Blitz, which is good. We don't have an attachment though, right? We don't have an attachment, and we haven't used Tropical Hour GX yet. So, if he has the Boss, right? He's got 2 Boss, 3 Boss, and discard. He has 3 Boss in his deck. He does play an Eldegoss, so if we knock something out, he's got access to that. But he is bench locked right now, so we might have a chance. We could still have a chance maybe. So we go Mallow, toss these 2. I don't think we can afford to try and build up this guy because we don't have attachments, right? And I think Tropical Hour is what's going to save us, if anything saves us. So I think we could go, we drop this just because we're running out of time. So we can go Resetting Hole, toss that, Voltage Beat, probably 2. We go Mallow here, right? The next turn we could Marnie, find the energy to attach, or an Air Balloon. We know he can't Boss. He'll have to go Bolt Storm or something like that. We could go, right, Tropical Hour. Next turn into that. We aren't down that much energy, so I think we'll have enough to go Tropical Hour into Max Anchor, right? And then we'll just need probably Boss to finish up. So I think this gives us the best chance at winning. It is by no means guaranteed because of how terribly slow of a start we had. But if we can wipe their board of energy, we could be okay. We could be okay. And if we could wipe their board of energy in addition to wiping the board of Boltund, that could be fine too. And if he drops, he's already down his Coco. This could be really good. I think we could pull this from the jaws of defeat. Actually, we have 10 minutes left in the game. So if we're gonna win, we have to win before that time is up. He has 8 cards left in his deck. This is exhilarating. You guys are glad you tuned in, aren't you? So let's see. He has, what does he have? Let's take stock here. He has 1 more Dedenne, which is not in the discard. The Eldegoss is actually in the discard, which means we know he's all out of Boss. He doesn't have any more Tag Switch. So once we get rid of his energy, he's donezo, I think. There's the Bolt Storm. So, right, his only potential, we just go Resetting Hole, get this as a liability off of the bench. We don't want him to sneak something through. Are you at 2 wins and a draw or 2 wins and a loss? I forgot which order the numbers are in. I think it goes. I'm at 2 wins and 1 loss. I think it's 2-0-1 is. I think it goes win loss tie, which so we go Resetting Hole, which I think is right. I don't really remember, but I think that's right. So we're gonna go Voltage Beat, 1-2. We have enough energy left in the deck to go with a Dhelmise next turn. So we go there. We'll probably Marnie. We'll Marnie. Tropical Hour next is going to take out all their energy and put it all back into the deck, which will make their deck super, super chunky. We'll go Path to the Peak. I don't think there's anything that they actually have. They do still have a Mewtwo, which I guess is what we can knock out with the Path to the Peak. They do still have 1 Swell, I think. Just got to make sure I don't run out. The Eldegoss is in the discard pile, so we don't have to worry about that. He does have a Swell, so I think the only downside to this is he could bump it with the Swell, which might give us not enough turns to get down another Path to the Peak play. Also, we might have just cucked ourselves for more draw because of that Dedenne, but whatever. We have the switch into the Dhelmise next turn, so as for now, we go Tropical Hour. All of his energy should go away. I think that's how it works, right? This is just 3 extra energy. It doesn't have to be grass. So let's see if he can come back from it. We get prize cards, which is good. There is our Guzma Hala that we didn't have at the beginning of the game. That put us in this terrible, terrible position. Hammer is probably going to get rid of this, I'd expect. Yeah. But that's fine because we still have 3 left in our deck. We still have 1 capture. We still have this one. So we have at least 4 energy left. We have the switch. And if we take out the Mew, right, if he leaves that in the active, Speed Lightning isn't going to get him there because he needs... Right, he needs 2 attachments, and he doesn't have his Coco to get him there. I think we're going to do it. So, yeah, whatever he sends up, we can either knock out with Max Anchor. If he leaves this in the active, I think that would be best case scenario because that opens up maybe a potential Swinging Chain. I don't think we have enough energy to knock out with Swinging Chain. Bolton might be his only chance at getting back into it because he can go Electrify. If he goes Electrify this turn, I might be kind of scared. Yeah, this is insanely tense. He could go Electrify this turn. That would be bad. I expect he has energy because we, of course, just threw a bunch of energy back into his deck. Has he played a supporter this turn? He hasn't played a supporter this turn. Oh, yeah, you're right. He has attached. He attached that Speed Lightning energy. So there's one more or one less. I can't talk. There's 1 less energy in our deck. This deck looks like an absolute treat. It is an absolute treat. This is really fun to play with, but you do end up getting cucked, but it's okay. Okay, so Dhelmise is discarded, so that's not going to do us anything. So we go Guzma Hala. We could go Guzma Hala with this, grab a one of those stadiums, the Turffield. We could grab the Turffield, which could allow us to I think we grab this instead. Big Charm seems better. Right, so we go Capture here. I think we have enough energy in our deck to be able to do this. So we go Capture here. We don't have an Ordinary Rod, and if we Dedenne change into the deck, we will be down to 12 cards, I think. So we'll be down to 4. I think we have Boss still. Maybe we have Boss. There's the Boss. I think that's what we're looking for. Because we could... I don't know if we have a Boss play, actually. There it is. So we go Turffield. Just check, take stock. There's the Air Balloon. The Air Balloon might come in useful if we need to get a reset on our max Anchor. Also, what we get off the prize cards could be interesting here. Could help a little bit. So we go Max Anchor. Yeah, now we can't Electrify. So what we're scared of is he attaches to Peak CRE. He attaches to Peak CRE. We know he can't Boss either, so that Ordinary Rod... I think we just have this. I think we have it locked up because he can't Boss, right? He's down all 3 Boss. 1, 2, 3. He's down his Eldegoss. He drops this Swell, which doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, and he attached to his trash-ass Peak CRE. No offense to him if he ever sees this, but whatever. So he attaches there. Full Blitz isn't even doing enough to knock this out. Dedenne change into his deck. He'll probably have a super saturated handful of energies because of our Tropical Hour. Marnie will lose us the Boss. Just Boss the Bat. Yeah, that is the secret to life, isn't it? I think we're still fine, though, right? Because we can thin all this stuff out of the deck. We can Marnie. If we find the... Actually, no, we don't have enough energy to be able to retreat and Max Anchor. I think we're still good, right? So what's worst case scenario here? Worst case scenario is he attaches to the Pikarom. He full blitzes, and I think we're still fine. I think we're Gucci here. I just need to not run out of time. So we're gonna burn this. We still have Boss and Ordinary Rod in the deck. I think we go burn this. We hold on to the Air Balloon just in case he tries to go, but he can't go Boss Stall, right? So we go Air Balloon here, give us the option of a pivot. Marnie. There's the Ordinary Rod. There's the Boss. So I think we go Swinging Chain on the Mew, and then we just max anchor whatever comes into the active. We could play this, but I think this is okay. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah. So there's the Zarude. That doesn't help a whole lot. I don't know. I guess maybe. I don't think we're ever attacking with that. The 100 isn't ever good enough. It's not fast enough. The stamp puts us down to 1, which I guess. But if he sends this up, he's donezo anyway. I don't think he has. He's played 1 Big Charm. He only plays 1 Big Charm in his list. So I think we got it. 2 minutes left. We just have to have him not stall it out. Right? That might be the only chance he has. He promotes this thing. We're going to max anchor that thing. Alright, full blitz. Unless something is egregiously wrong, I think we have this. Well played to my opponent. We're going to go... Right, this will work, right? Yeah, no, it's resistance to metal. He doesn't have any effects. Well played to my opponent. Let's go! Goated. Absolutely goated. We didn't get off the first... That's insane. We didn't get off a super growth until like turn 4 or something. And we still got it. That's insane.